Hey guys, the Silent Code Dev here, and today this video we're gonna talk about the CSS Reset. Okay, so you've probably heard about this. You probably, if you're new to CSS, maybe you haven't, maybe you're not sure why we need to have it in our CSS when we are doing development. So in this video, I'm gonna explain to you. I'm gonna show you as well why it's important to have a CSS Reset. Okay. Now, the thing you have to understand about CSS Reset, if you didn't watch my other videos, CSS Reset is necessary because we want to ensure and have a predictable design across all different browsers, right? So you have browsers like Chrome, Firefox, and Edge. We want to make sure that they look the same, right? When you do a development, when you develop a website, you want to make sure that the website is responsive and the items and everything, the height and everything is the same across all different browsers, right? If you don't have a CSS reset, that's just not gonna happen. You're gonna have your, let's say you develop a website for a company or something, or you're doing freelance, right? And you don't include CSS reset, there is a chance that your website is gonna display differently somewhere else, right? Depends what user is using. So I'm going to show you how to do a basic CSS reset because you don't need to go crazy. It really depends on what you're creating. You can find a lot of CSS reset templates online. Okay, you can just do that, copy paste, and you can go ahead. So let's make an example. Okay, I'm going to go into the index HTML and I'm just going to create something random. Okay, we can have a button that says click me. We're gonna have h1 hello world. We're gonna have in a body, we're gonna have a header, we're gonna have a navigation. Okay, we're gonna have list items. Okay, we can just gonna copy this and so home, about, and contact. Okay, so as you guys can see, for example, you want to remove, this is by default, right? By default, the HTML document is going to give us a padding of 40 pixels from the left side of the content. Okay, the UL content, it's going to give 40 pixels and a default margin, 16 top, 16 bottom. And if you look at the H1, it's going to have a margin of 21. Okay, 21 pixels. That's a lot, guys. And it's just going to push things, and it's going to be like your website is going to be, I mean, you can make it work, but it's not going to be as good responsive across the different browsers, so, and even the button, like look at the button here, for example. I'm just want to see here, it says border 2, padding 6, and if we go to, this is Firefox, and if you go to Firefox and we click, for example, the button, let's see, yeah, see, the padding is different, like 4, border is 2. So, and imagine if you have a lot of different HTML elements, it's just gonna mess up your design, right? So I'm gonna show you guys the CSS reset quickly. So usually what people do, this is the convention, right? You do I think that symbol is called asterisk or something, but you do that symbol, right? And you do one for before. This is a pseudo class. I will make a video about it later. So I'm just showing you guys, right? So you want to reset the margin. So when I reset the margin, watch what happens. See, now the margin is gone, and you can yourself add padding margin as you wish, because now everything is bare, right? And it's not only here, it's also every browser is the same, right? So that's pretty good. Now let's go and see. You can also do padding. I like to do that on the UL itself because You don't want to remove padding everywhere else, right? Because padding is important. It's the spacing inside a content. But let's do the UL, right? Let's remove the padding. As you guys can see, it's going like this. You can even, and then we can add padding to as you wish, right? Padding, for example, here you can do left, I don't know, 400 pixels. You know what I mean? Like, you can do whatever you want, and you don't have to get surprised or any surprises, right? You avoid surprises by removing the default styling in the HTML like this. This is what people usually do, you know. And then you also have image. You can do this with videos, you know, whatever, a different type of file, right? But I'm just using image here. And usually what you want to do is display block, so the image, it will span. And I should probably do this example with the image. Let me see if I can get an image. Let's go to Google and let's just get a random image. Here, let's go and open. We want to open the image. Okay, so let's go back to our file here, and let's go here. Let's import an image. Source. Okay, there's our doc, right? So as you guys can see, I'm gonna go to styles. You guys can see that the image it has margin 0 right here. And if we do, but it's not really it's not really the way we want it to be. So if we do image display block and you do max width 100%, okay, so what you're saying is that the image is going to respond based on, yeah, it's gonna have the width 100%, so it's not gonna go over, right? It's gonna make the image responsive, and it's gonna make it respond to your to the screen, right? The screen that you have. So if you're on the phone, it's gonna be something like this. I don't know why it's kind of lagging, but yeah, if you're on the phone, it's gonna be like this. If you are on the tablet, it's gonna be like this, you know. So this is also something to include in your CSS reset. Okay, so that's just the basic CSS reset. I hope you guys learn something from this, and it's very basic. As I said, you can go online, you can find CSS reset templates, but make sure to include your CSS reset in your development projects. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and bye.